Good afternoon. Good afternoon. How you guys doing today, Milwaukee? Hopefully you guys having a good day. Today I got a very special guest, founder of Wisconsin God Squad, head coach for Kingdom Prep Lutheran High School, and candidate running for 2024 mayor of Milwaukee, Mr. David King.
Blessings, everybody. Blessings. Glad to have y'all here, and I'm honored to be with this awesome man right here. And we're going to talk about Milwaukee, talk about me, and I don't know what kind of questions he got for me. This is not scripted. We just going live, raw, and ready for you guys.
Can you go ahead and share that for me real quick?
Okay, let me get you.
Now, as y'all can see, we're around the town that he was born and raised, Okay. Like I said, this is live. Tune in, people.
All right. Share. Just one more time. Share. Okay. And then whenever you're ready, I done shared it.
All right, we're ready to go. Now we're in front of where?
Well, this is where I grew, one of the houses I grew up in on 2nd and Burleigh. We live right here upstairs on 2nd and Burleigh. Born and raised right here. And this is where it started for us. Many of us in this community, we went to Victor Berger, Robert Fulton, Rufus King. We was a close-knit community. I remember 2nd Street used to play 1st Street in football and basketball and baseball. So this is what you're about to find out, the real me, A
Excellent.
lot of times candidates don't tell people who they really are, and this is who I am. I grew up right here. And and just in case Mr. James Macon is watching, they used to have the house right here. They're in this empty lot.
Okay.
So we all grew up right here on 2nd and Burleigh. And so it was a lovely house. My mom raised 6 boys and 1 girl here. And it was just beautiful life.
Okay. Nice looking home. We're in the neighborhood right now.
Yeah, we're in the 3200 block of 2nd Street, 2nd and Burleigh, between Burleigh and Chambers.
Okay.
So this is where it started.
Now we're going to be walking a little bit.
Yeah, we're going to walk.
I'll walk with you.
How you doing, man?
How you doing?
She was like, what y'all doing? And, we, as a kid, we came up in this neighborhood. It was about family in this neighborhood. It was about being there for one another. Everybody, parents was your parent at the time, and we respected one another. We had fun with one another. And so growing up in the city of Milwaukee, it was beautiful. Not like it is right now, but it was really beautiful. We took pride in our neighborhood. That's one of the reasons why we played football against 1st Street.
Okay.
We didn't fight. We played for honor.
Yeah.
Whose high school was the best? Which block was the best? Right here, this building right here, it used to be called St. Elizabeth. And in St. Elizabeth, we played basketball for Brother Bob Smith. And playing basketball for Brother Bob Smith, we made history. We was the first black team in CYO, Catholic Youth Organization, to win everything, all the way to state. We was the first black team in 44 years to win it. And so we're excited it's all about history around here.
Most definitely.
It was rich black culture over here. It was rich, family oriented around here. Everybody knew everybody helped one another, everybody respected one another.
How it should be, right?
Yeah, how it should be.
Yeah.
And so, one of the things as running for mayor is I want to restore that.
Gotcha.
I want us to be able to come together again. And what we have to do is we have to deal with the social issues of our city. And so when we start to deal with the drug overdose and the mental illness, right, and the homelessness, and then you have seniors who's losing their home to taxes and not to mortgage, as we go forward, we have to look at it and say, hey, where did we lose it at, right?
True.
And we lost it because some people that got in office, they accepted money over integrity and money over character. Now, this building right here used to be Harambe. Harambe was an elementary school. I think it went up to the 8th grade. And this is where I first started coaching basketball.
Okay.
Right here at Harambe.
Now, how long ago was that?
Ooh, I don't know that long. I won't tell that, but let's see. It's been a good 40 years.
Oh, wow.
Yes, a good 40 years. So now y'all learning my age. But right here, you know, it was Harambe, and it was a beautiful community school. And so right there is where I started coaching, and I fell in love with coaching. Because I also coached basketball over at Heart Love Place. I coached the girls basketball.
Okay.
So, you know, it was always that that close knit for me and for everybody. So, you know, and this is First Street right here. And it was First Street and Second Street. We were still like family, but we competed.
Oh, okay.
We competed over at Garfield Park. And over at Garfield Park is where we played baseball, basketball, football, ice skating, the battle of the bands. I mean, we had it all.
Okay.
You know, we had it all. And those who know Garfield Park, there was a building that had a tower where you could go up on top, and that's where some of us got our first kiss, and you know, I mean, growing up and everything. And so, you know, this is where it has been a beautiful place. I love my city. I'm proud of the city. I'm not proud of the condition that it is now, but I know what it can be again. Okay?
You've seen both sides.
Yeah, I see both sides.
You see both sides.
The good and the bad, okay?
Definitely.
Right here in this empty lot was our neighborhood store. It used to be called Russell's. And Russell was a family-owned, black-owned business right here. And we used to come in here and get our groceries, and we loved the family, and they loved us. I mean, it was really, really beautiful. Again, you know, you're taking me down memory lane, and I just love.
You're taking me down memory lane.
You know, I just love the way we used to grow up and things. And this building right here, it used to be called Mother's Groceries. And it was a corner store owned by our family. And so, you know, we loved it. You always had the community stores and everything. So, you know, it's just a beautiful place. And I'm just proud. This street is called Achilles. And so we're going to walk down here and go over to where I ran a transitional home for men that was on drugs, coming out of prison, or homeless. And so it was founded by a pastor by the name of Apostle Wes Hawkins. And he founded it. And then I took it and managed it for him and ran the home. And so many men that was hurting, broken, had lost their way, was able to come there. We gave them the word of God. They couldn't go nowhere for 90 days. We gave them the word of God. We prayed with them. We helped restore them. Some ended up getting married. Some moved out of the state. Some families was restored because of what we done in their house. And it was beautiful. They woke up in the morning with prayer and Bible study. They had prayer and Bible study in the middle of the day, and they had prayer and Bible study at night. And so it was just amazing to impart in people's lives. And that's what I love doing.
That's amazing, man. I seen that you started like the helping fellow men right after high school. Like you got right to it.
I was part of what's called the neighborhood security aid.
Yep.
We wore brown uniforms. They had us on the north side, south side. We would walk our neighborhoods, and after walking our neighborhoods, we would escort seniors to the grocery store. So, and it was for me, it was always about servanthood because of my mom.
Okay.
My mom raised 6 boys and 1 girl, but she always served and helped anybody and everybody that needed help. And so that's where I got it from, you know.
How long you did that for, the security aid?
I did the neighborhood security aid for about 2.5 years.
Okay.
So let me show you the house. We can go down here. I'll show you the house that we ran the transitional home in. And it was a lot of different men over the years that came through this house. I got there in 97 and took it over in 97. And then I stayed there for 2.5 years here, running the men's house. And then we're going to go around where I started my church.
Okay.
I want you to see everything today. So this is the house that we ran the transitional living out of. It used to be called the Mountain of the Lord House.
Mountain of the Lord House.
Yes, Mountain of the Lord House. This is what it was. And a lot of men came in and out of this house, and they was blessed, that this house was here, because I think if Wes Hawkins would have never started it, some of those men wouldn't be around today. They probably died in drug overdose, locked up in prison, or might have committed suicide.
Most definitely.
So
you also had the Lord's House of Rest.
And I'm gonna show you where that was.
Okay. That was a transitional home for single mothers.
Single moms.
Got
Yes.
it. Okay.
So it was always about giving back, especially when you belong to God. You're supposed to be a blessing to other people. And this is something that we wanted to do. And we had them sleeping downstairs, upstairs, and we had a beautiful neighbor here, Miss Gail. She would cook for the men at sometimes, give them a nice, good home-cooked meal. And the neighborhood, again, they knew we was there. They was very respectful. We didn't have any problems with the neighborhood, because they knew we was there to help people. They knew we was there to try to empower the people. And so that's that for now. You want to hit me with a question or something?
Yes, sir.
Because I already knew you got about 100 for me.
What high school you go to again?
I went to Rufus King, and then they transferred us from King to Hamilton, and then Solomon Juno.
Okay. I see that in 1983, you started managing restaurants with $1 million sales. How did that help the community with like jobs, etc., for people?
Well, when I got that position, it was an opportunity to open doors for other people. And so when I managed, I looked at it as an opportunity not only to open doors, but to empower the same wisdom and the knowledge that I received, because somebody gave me a hand up, and I always looked at it as giving people a hand up instead of a handout. And so I started off in 82, I started off as a dishwasher.
Okay.
And then I became a cook and baker by trade, and then I started managing restaurants by 83.
Okay.
And the reason I did that, because people started telling me what I couldn't do, so I had to show them what I could
do.
Yes. So
engaging with business leaders, how is that important?
Well, that's very important, because when you look at business owners, when you engage with them and you start to work with them, I work with them to open doors for other people. And so what I did was I learned their culture, and I taught the people the culture of those business owners, so they're getting quality people. I give you an example. You had a lot of people that was coming out of fast food, right?
Yep.
But they never worked in manufacturing.
Okay.
So in fast food, they can punch in and go in the dining room and talk to their friends. But in manufacturing, the moment you punch in, you're not on time. You're on time when you get to the machine.
Yeah.
And so we had to teach them that, it's not the same as being in a restaurant. You got to be at the machine. You got to understand you got 30-minute lunch, but you don't really have 30 minutes. If it take you 2 minutes to get to the cafeteria, now you only got 26 minutes because you got 2 minutes to get back to that machine. And if you hinder them making money, then you lost your job, because those machines got to run. And so those one of the things that a lot of companies started trusting me. And so when they started trusting me, I was able to get a lot of people a lot of jobs. And that's how I was able to transport 450 a day to work, because I was their interview, because the company trusted me. So I was their interview. I never hide nothing from the company. I told them, this guy's a felon. This guy did this. This young lady did that. And they gave them that opportunity. And so as mayor, I want to have that same opportunity to open doors for business owners and set up programs where we teach the culture of those businesses so they can be successful. Because, with temp service, it's a lot of turnover because they don't teach the culture. And so when people go to the job, they didn't like the culture, so they left. And so, if you teach them the culture and they know what to expect, then they'll do better. And so, knowing and understanding business is one of the best things that you can ever do because you know the struggle, you know P&Ls, you know profit and loss, you know what they need. Oh, Lord Jesus. You need a donation?
I need donations.
Come over here and show me some love, first of all. That's what you do.
Let me put me on your phone.
Well, we doing a video. You just happen to interrupt. But wait. And I'm so glad it's you.
What happened?
Because you real.
What happened?
Nothing. We're just doing a video for my campaign and letting people know who I really am. You can leave your cigarette on.
No, I don't want to be smoking it all on camera. Film him.
Yeah, so, and so, did the lady tell you?
Yeah, I just got her. She was like, he said, do you know Kathy Crawford? I said, why everybody come over here doing something?
Because if they know you got a lot of influence. And so if they know who Kathy is, then they know you real. Because she was like, you grew up over here? I said, yeah. But I said, I'll prove it to you this way. Do you know Kathy Crawford? She said, yeah, I know Kathy Crawford. I said, well, tell Kathy you met me. And
I just got done talking to her.
Yeah, so you got to get everybody to go vote for me. Out of everybody, I'm the realest.
Yeah, this is the neighborhood. This is the neighborhood where you brought jobs and stuff in this neighborhood. They know.
But see, a lot of people don't know that.
David King brought jobs in this neighborhood. So he know this neighborhood. He well known this neighborhood. So why not vote for him for mayor?
There you go. There you go.
Vote.
Well, thank you.
You got my vote. You got my vote. You got my vote. And I know everybody know me. So you got my vote. You got my vote.
And see, this is why, like I said, we walk, because it's not script. You run into people. It might run into somebody and say, I don't even like you, but it's okay. But you know what? I got to say this. Before I got saved, right? After I got saved, guess who used to feed me on the church van? Her grandmama.
Yeah.
She used to bring me chicken sandwich, pork chop sandwiches. She used to bring me everything on that bus.
That's dope.
End up at the church and everything. But out of everybody in here, you know who, the reason I say her, because let me tell you something. You got to be real when it comes to her. She'll tell if you real or not, right? She don't just go because you say you a preacher. She don't just go because you say you an elder. She watches your life, and she watched my life. She watched me before I got saved, and she know me after I got saved. Awesome. So this is the test. This is a testimony right here.
Yeah.
Love it. I love it.
Yeah, because you sure helped this neighborhood. You definitely helped this neighborhood. You did that. You did that. You took busloads and busloads to get jobs, and you did that. You kept your word.
Now one of my opponents say I never done that.
Oh well, they lying. They don't know you, but then they don't know nothing about David King because I'm running the people that got a job, so I know what he's talking about. I know I'm one of them that he gave a job to, so I know it was a task with me, but he gave me a job and he gave my daughter a job. So I know. I know.
And your daughter worked it for me at IHOP.
Did she? Oh, she sure did.
Yep, she worked it with at IHOP too.
She sure did. But now, Mayor, I'm telling you now, I live right here. I lost my job, but I'm back working again. But I'm only working 4 hours, and I owe them $200 in rent. That's why I'm like, I'm glad to see you. But I get some donation.
I'll get you a donation.
I need a donation. I need a donation. All I need is $200, and my rent paid. I've been going and I've been doing odd jobs. I'm gonna do an odd job now.
Well, call me because I can't just give you a donation because they think I'm buying votes. But call me.
Oh no, you can't buy no vote for me. Cause I know good. I know if you're playing and I know if you're real. You can't buy no vote for me. It's not like that.
Yeah.
It's not like that. These people out here now, they playing with these people. They promising and they ain't doing nothing for them. They're not even doing nothing for this neighborhood. Look at this house over here. They should have been done tore this down. They should have been done tore this down.
Mm.
Look at the fields full of furniture and all type of stuff in the field. They're not doing nothing.
Do the city own this now?
Yeah, the city own that. Yeah. The aldermen don't even do nothing in this neighborhood. I ain't seen not one alderman come over here and try to do nothing for this neighborhood. They're not doing nothing for this neighborhood. They're not doing nothing for the water main. The water pipes keep breaking. They come over here, they patch them up, and then you turn around and they broke it, and the water mains broke up again. So they just fixed the water mains. They just fixed the water mains again about a week ago. So hopefully it stays straight. I guess they just patching them up, but they're not doing that. They don't do nothing for this neighborhood. And I've been around here all my life. I'm 58 years old. I've been around here all my life.
If somebody knows, you know.
Yeah, if somebody knows, that's what I say. If anybody, she knows.
I know. It's sad.
There's a guy that's running for alderman over here against Malalia Cobbs. His name is Brandon Payton. I'm going to give him and tell him to knock on your door. Because we was over there. We just didn't do this block. I'm going to have him knock on your door. Show him this. Oh, you going down a one-way street? Yeah, and I get him to come take a look at this and see what he has to say about this.
Yeah, and it's sad. It's sad because y'all tearing down. I mean, if y'all not going to do nothing with it, then tear it down. It's a nuisance. And then, by the back being the way it is, so now they just come and they just dumping garbage back.
Keep talking to him real quick. I'm finna do something for you.
Yeah, they just dumping garbage back there. They're not doing it. They're not doing anything. They just dumping garbage. Now it's just a dumping ground. So, they're not doing anything.
What are some things you feel like needs to be changed?
You got any cash?
Here.
Well, the crime is down in this neighborhood. It ain't.
Get that
crime ain't like it used to be.
Okay.
Used to be
Cash app you. Can you?
Area,
I wonder if she got cash app.
It's not like that.
Kathy,
no
I want to help her with
it's
her rent.
better
Give
with
her
the crime.
25 on her
They
rent.
just need to clean it up. They need
Clean
to
it up?
Yeah.
Clean it up. Clean it up. You know what I'm saying?
Cash
Keep
app
the
her the
streets
25.
clean. You know what I'm saying? Keep the snow down.
I'm gonna see.
They come over here
Because I can't give it to her right now because it looks like I'm buying a vote.
They get the snow, but they piled all of the snow right here on the corner where people couldn't get out.
Okay, I'm gonna have her talk to you.
Climbing over snow banks and all that type of stuff. So stuff like that. They gotta, you know what I'm saying? They gotta. I mean, you want the votes, but you got to do stuff for your neighborhood where you come from. You never forget where you come from.
Definitely.
And that's what I think. That's what they forget, where they come from. Once they get a little money and get behind that desk, it's a wrap. They forget all about where they come from. But David King never has. He always come back to his neighborhood.
Y'all heard from her.
Even if people lost people in their families, and that's who they asked for, David King. Well, you know what I'm saying, to do the affiliating and all that. That's what I'm saying. They forget where they come from. And it shouldn't be like that. This is your neighborhood. This is where you come from. This is your history.
Yep.
It don't matter about that. This is your history. My ancestors gone. You know what I'm saying? But still, I'm still here.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? My grandkids grew up, they grew up in this neighborhood. My kids grew up in this neighborhood. Like I say, the crime is down. It's just they need to clean it up. They need to. Well, if you're not gonna rebuild it, then tear it down.
Yeah.
Do something about it.
Yeah, do something about it. This has been here for years, just like this. Just like this. This how this been, just like this. And they just use that as a dumping ground.
Yep. So I'm definitely gonna have Brandon come and have a talk with you.
Yeah, it's a nuisance. But then, you know what I'm saying? You got to come out your house and look at this.
Yeah.
You got to come out your door and look at this. And, that causes rodents and all type of stuff. So, it's bad.
Yeah.
She's definitely right.
That's right.
It's
Y'all
bad.
heard it.
Y'all heard
from the original Kathy Crawford.
And I appreciate you taking your time, too, to give me some words,
Yeah. It's bad. It's sad. It's sad. You know what I'm saying? It's sad. And then there's a lot of people don't got nowhere to live. So if you ain't gonna tear it down, then fix it up where a homeless person could go and stay there. It could have been me.
Yes.
But God blessed me. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. I'm good after I give him this $200 from me.
So, amen. So, give me a hug. Let us keep going with our thing.
Yep.
Thank you, dear.
All right. What's your number? Because I'm sure I'll go call you.
Oh, she finna give me a car now.
Okay. All right.
In the red car. Well, y'all heard it. So, y'all can't say we making stuff up. Y'all can't say that he ain't real. Y'all can't say that he don't believe in the community and he's not there to support the community.
Yeah, that was awesome.
So, that's just how it goes. And I'm just grateful, to be able to be that blessing. The Bible teaches us that we're supposed to be a blessing.
Yeah.
And so this is the type of mayor you're going to get, somebody that's real, somebody that really care about us. I'm not looking to build a new building. I'm not looking to build up downtown. I'm looking to build up our communities, dealing with everything that's going on mentally, socially, dealing with the drugs, the alcohol, dealing with homelessness, because all of those, if we don't deal with those cancers, we'll never have a great city. I don't care how beautiful the buildings is. If we don't address those issues, we don't have anything.
What are requirements that you need to have to run for mayor?
The only two requirements you have to have is you got to be a citizen in the city of Milwaukee,
Okay.
a resident in Milwaukee, and not be a felon.
Okay.
And those are requirements for any office that people need to understand, that you don't have to have anything. You don't have to have anything special. Now, your gifts, your talents, your knowledge is important. But as far as qualification, a residence and not a felon.
Okay.
But I do know business. I ran many million-dollar companies. I do know the community because I'm always involved in the community. I'm always helping out in the community. So that's a plus when you're running for office. And the best part of the plus of running for office is you got to have a heart for the people.
Definitely.
And so having that heart is what takes us to to get us to where we're at right now.
Okay. What are things you are willing to change to help the community, and why you think the community should vote for you?
Well, one of the main thing I want to change is
Main thing. Yep.
the infrastructure, the way services being provided, that we're not wasting money anymore, because we waste a lot of money. I want to make sure that the community is taken care of. They feel safe, that their kids can play outside. A lot of our kids doesn't have anywhere to go, any outlet or anything like that. So those are some of the things that I really want to address, because if I don't address homelessness, if I don't address mental illness, or even having some extra training for our police department to handle mental illness, then we're going to always have a problem. If we never deal with the drug overdose, we're going to still have finding bodies in empty houses, behind garages, behind dumpsters. So that's something that we have to fix. So we got to deal with the social issue, but at the same time deal with the things that's going on in downtown with the services and everything, being the CEO. Now this building right here, my friend, she's in there. I wonder if she will allow me to come in without beating us. But they do jobs. They do the same thing that I was doing. They help the community get jobs, and they even take them to the job. And so I wonder if she's still hiring. Let me see if we can go in here and ask her about it, and see if she will let us know if she's still hiring right now, because in case somebody needs a job, right?
Yeah, most definitely.
So we can go in and see if she will let me in.
Well, while we wait, I got another question for you
Okay.
real quick. How do you plan to involve the residents in decision-making process in our town?
By bringing everybody to the table. As mayor, I will come in every district and have a monthly meeting to let you know the decisions that needs to be made. and show you whether you like it or not, if it's going to be a good decision or a bad decision, how that decision is going to affect your life. And that's what we got to do. We got to not make a decision without telling the people. We need to tell the people what we're about to do and how it's going to affect your life. That gives them a sense of ownership, you know, because you guys would be my boss. So if I don't report to the boss what I'm doing, then guess what? I ain't no good to you. So, okay, so I don't know if she's in there now. Well, her car is there.
Yeah, it's probably best here. So.
Yeah, so let's keep going then. I'll show you this right over here. I'll beat Pam later.
What makes you different than other candidates?
My heart, my character, my integrity.
You're definitely showing me that right now. We're walking over here around the neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? So it definitely shows that you care about it, just for even giving me the time.
Yes.
And taking time to do this, you know, to be out here and meeting people like you. We just met that lady right there. She obviously knew you, but I can tell that they believe in you and they got love for you just of the personality that you are.
Yes. Now this right here was my church. This is where I started my church at. Right here on this corner. We started our church called Winter Soul Ministries. Upstairs is where I had the transitional home for single moms.
Okay.
It was a 3-bedroom place. And then after we helped all the moms, we turned it into what's called a community center. And that's where we first started giving out jobs.
Okay.
We was doing we had a computer lab. We did resume writing. We did job interviews, seminars and training. And so this is where in 1998, we took this, it was a bar, and we converted it into a church. And everybody knew coming to this corner is where if they needed help, they can get the help they needed. Coming right here on this corner. And so I'm just grateful that the people we sold it to are still doing community work. You know, they still doing stuff for the community. And so, you know, people don't want to know how much you know until they know how much you care.
Yeah.
And so we showed them how much we cared, and we showed them that it's about them and not about us. And that's what it's about. My life, my legacy is about helping other people. And so as mayor, I could continue to do it from a larger scale, that everybody's at that table to discuss what's going on, because each community, each district needs something different. So right now, everybody that's in office now, they only focus on downtown. They're not focused over there where the house we saw with the trash, and she talked about the water pipe busting. Mm-hmm. And so, you know, everybody has something different that they dealing with. So we got to have a mayor that is connected, right?
With the city, yep.
With the city, and not only connected to the city, but it's always working in the city, not when cameras around, but when the cameras ain't around.
Thanks.
And as mayor, I still will be coaching Kingdom Prep Lutheran High School basketball team. So them young people need to see somebody in authority that care about them,
yes,
and willing to spend time investing in them. And this is what it's all about for me.
That was also a question for me. Like, what's something that you tell these students that's like a motivation for them to like reach a better future for themselves, you know?
I tell them, can't nobody stop you from your destiny but you. You know, you got to believe in yourself. Don't believe the lies, and understand that you can do anything. Okay? And one of the things I tell them, we can walk. And I want to just go this way. And one of the things that I tell them is that when you look at school, the school system and everything, they hinder you from operating in your full potential. Just like cars. You got a car that can go 160 miles an hour, right?
Yeah.
What's the speed limit? See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a limiting that car from its full potential.
Yep.
I tell the young people, don't let anybody limit you from your full potential. And don't be afraid to shine because somebody else choose not to shine. You know, it's all about what you want to do. And one of the things that I've done with the young people to say is, let me help you achieve. What do you want to do? Let me use my skills, my talent, my network to make you become better.
Yeah.
And so as mayor, I still want to be able to do that. As mayor, I want to still be able, that's why I'm going to continue to coach, because I want to continue to give them an opportunity and a chance to see somebody that is real,
Yep.
that is accountable, that has good character and walking in integrity. And you don't have to sell out to get to the top.
Definitely not.
You know, and so we can walk this right here. And that's what it's about, you know, for me, you know, giving back to show them, you know, you don't have to sell out. You don't have to lie still to get somewhere. Just use what you have on the inside of you. Because here's the thing. I tell people all the time, I'm not arrogant. I'm just confident in who God called me to be. And so sometimes it may intimidate somebody who don't know who they are,
Mm-hmm.
but it also empowers someone who's starting to learn who they are.
It's a great answer, man. What do you think the funds of money should be going to when it comes to benefiting the city, like education, childcare, more jobs, etc.? Like, where do you think the funds should be going to?
Well, the funds should be going to organizations that's really doing real work. Okay? Not to organizations that's just there. Because you got organizations that got a lot of numbers,
Yeah.
but no success.
Yeah.
So we need that money to go to organizations that's doing things that is empowering people. I'm not handouts. I don't believe in handouts, but I do believe in hand-ups. So we need those to go to organizations that is going to empower people and help them get on their feet. And then we need some organizations that are willing to help single moms, because here's what happens with single moms. If they get a good job, the state take away their child care right away. So now they got to struggle. Do I take the job? Or do I lose my child care? Or do I stay getting child care and not prosper? So we need to set up something where if that happens, we still got them. We can help them, right?
Definitely.
And so, because everybody should want to prosper, right? We in America, right?
Yep.
Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, right? As they say, right?
Yep.
So we need organizations that's going to, and that's going to allow them to prosper and don't punish them because they want to do good. So how's it going, bro? And so this is what we need. So, and then when you look at education, we already know that they're not teaching our kids.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes parents, single moms, single dads, they got to work 2 and 3 jobs. So they're really is short on time.
Yeah.
This is where we as the churches got to rise up and say, okay, we're going to help. If your child need help with reading, we got people that can help them with reading. If your child need help with math, then guess what? We're going to help them with math. If you single moms need to learn how to cook and cook healthy, we're going to teach you how to cook and cook healthy.
Amazing.
Why? Because they took home ec out of schools. Right?
Sure did.
So we got to, whatever they took from us, we've got to put back in there. Okay?
Yeah.
And so this is why it's so important that we look at what we're lacking and address the things that we're lacking. We're not lacking anything far as downtown. Downtown is not lacking.
No.
Buffalo lacking. First Street lacking.
Yeah.
Okay, the Meadows lacking. All right. So let's help those areas that's lacking, because when in your body, whatever part of your body hurt, that's the area you go after. That's the area you protect. That's the area you give the most attention to, right? So that's
Gotta face the problem, correct?
right. So that's what we have to do in the city, right? We have things in the city that's lacking, that's hurting. Why not address those issues so we can be a healthy city?
Yep.
So, and those are the things that we have to look at and address and say, you know what? Let's get this done. Let's make our city a better city. Let's look at it and say, okay, where's the biggest issues at? Where's they hurting the most at? And then once we do that, then we'll be able to have a great city again.
That here, that's true. Let's see what else we got real quick. I feel like they definitely should invest a lot of things on programs for the youth to get them off the streets and stuff like that,
Yes.
Just to keep their mind busy, because that's really why they're out here looking for other things, because one, they're not being taught to look forward to better education and stuff like that, maybe because of the things they see, the surroundings, whatever it may be. But if they have more programs and stuff, like more basketball places they can go play, and whatever programs like that, that will keep them off the street because they're more busy on positive things.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. And the thing about it is, we forget our young people, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of them got lead in them because of the lead that was in the water. So they got some challenges. But then a lot of them, they love structure. People say they don't. They love structure because they love discipline, because if they get that, then they know you love them.
Yeah.
And so when we look at it from that point, we got to say, okay, let's find something that they can do. Some of them love IT. Hold on. Say what now? Man, you better come show me some love, man. What the?
How's it going, baby? What's going on?
Down in Texas now, huh?
Yeah.
Can I have that? I'm doing, we walking around just talking and doing a live, because, I'm running for mayor here. And, I'm just sharing them the history of what I've been doing, my life, right? So.
How you feeling, boss? Pretty feeling good?
Yeah.
That's good, man. Know him for a little while.
Man, since I was
Youngin? Well, what's
Yeah,
something you
yeah.
can say about the man, Obviously, he's running for mayor. Just something for the community to hear about himself that you can tell.
Oh, he's a stand-up guy for the community,
Yeah.
Ever since I know him, I got in myself in some little trouble. He helped me out, put the news in the paper and everything
Okay.
behind all that.
I want that bin.
He had a little building over there on Richards and Concordia right there.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
where we first started at. Yeah.
What's up, man?
Yeah, man, it's just, no, the thing about it is, for me, it's good to see when they was down here to up here to drive it, bam.
Oh, man.
No,
man.
I think I need to take that, though. I think that, are you running for mayor? Because, you look like you running for mayor.
You can use it.
Yeah. But, yeah, he's been, he's part of this, We just had a conversation with Kathy.
Oh, did y'all?
Oh, yeah. Everybody know Kathy there.
Yeah.
He said, oh.
Yeah.
Something else.
Yeah, Kathy shared with him, told him how I came in and gave everybody a job in the neighborhood.
That's what I said. Helped out.
Yeah.
Since I was in Sheldon,
How long you gonna be up here?
I'm up here for a minute.
Really? Well, you better call me, man.
Yeah, I am.
And you need to get me at least 20 votes, because you got that many people, man.
I most definitely will.
You got that many people. I need 20 votes from the hood. They can go to early voting or they can wait till February 20th. But I need them votes, man. We need to take our city back.
Still got your office down there?
No, I did my office to my house. You got my number, right?
Same number?
You should be. Do you got the same? I know you don't.
Dial my phone.
414-676-0842. Now that used to be Tom's Food right there. That's another it used to be black-owned corner store right there.
Okay.
And so, yeah, so everybody in this area, we all hung out right there. 414-676-0842. Okay, I'm gonna lock you in. Yeah, I'm gonna lock you in, and we're gonna get this stuff done, man.
All right.
Good to see you, man.
All right. I got you.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Take care,
call
bro.
you, man.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
You going this way?
Yeah, we're gonna go
We
back.
on this side.
Okay. So yeah, another person in the city that know my work. And
That's
see,
awesome, bro. That's
That's
amazing.
This is the part that I love, because of the fact that people know, they know me,
Yeah.
right? They understand that, they know that I understand the struggle. They know that I understand what they going through or been through. And I tell people all the time, you're not a product of your environment. You're a product of your choice.
Oh.
Okay? So whatever you choose, and they say, no, you know, the system tried to say, no, you're a product of your environment. No, I'm not. Because if my daddy was a drunk, right?
Yeah.
I have a choice to be a drunk or not.
True.
So I'm a product of my choices. And so that means I got to make better choices for my life. I know how this used to be, so let's figure it out, right? And so when we look at everything, we have to look at it in a sense of, we'll go down this street here, and we'll look at it as an opportunity to empower other people to dream. Remember when we was kids, we used to dream a lot.
Yeah.
That I'm going to be this, I'm going to be that, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. But now they're telling you, you can't do nothing.
Yeah.
Now they're telling you, this is just how life is.
Yeah.
Now they're telling you, you know, just be quiet. And there's nothing you can really do right now. And I don't buy that.
Never.
So I know you got another one you can hit me with.
You definitely do. Yeah, hold on, where we at? What are things that you think how to fix, like the reckless driving? Like, how do you think you will fix that problem
Well, the reckless driving,
with the kids and all that?
but see, here's the interesting thing.
Yeah, talk to me.
The reckless driving is not just with kids.
Definitely not, but
The reckless driving is also with adults.
yeah,
40, 50,
drinking, driving.
driving. And, you know, I think I wish we can go and do what they did in Georgia.
What's that?
In Georgia, what they would do is, out of the blue, they would just set up, I like to call it the stop and shop, right? So what they would do is they'll set up, and you can't even make a U-turn because they all on that strip, right? And when they check your car, they checking it to see if you got your license and insurance. And if you didn't have license or insurance, they take the car and you. and guess what happens? It'll get a lot of stolen cars off the streets, right?
Yeah.
It'll get a lot of cars with people that don't have insurance off the streets for a minute until they get it right. That's why in Georgia, in Texas, you ain't got to really worry about it because everybody got insurance because they don't know when that stop is going to be.
Ooh.
You know, and so you can deal with that. But a lot of it, you know, when you look at it, a lot of it is just, I just saw this guy had to be about 65 years old, zooming, zag, going through. You know, so we can't put everything on the youth. You know, we got to look at every reckless driving, you know, and everybody that's being out there who don't value life. And so, you know, I think if we start to do stuff like that, then it'll slow down.
Gotcha. As a mayor, when you win, because I believe in you, what will you do for your constituents, especially the people who live in poverty, like inner city residents, immigrants, and refugees?
I would get them to the table and open doors of opportunity.
Okay.
And thing about it is this: you gotta want something. You can't always wait on on something free, because if you wait on free stuff, then you're gonna be on the plantation.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, it's just like if I came and I needed a place to stay, and you let me stay with you for let's say a month and a half, right? Yeah. You and your girl want to leave, and y'all don't got a babysitter. Well, I automatically become the babysitter.
Yeah.
Because if I want a place to stay, I gotta stay. It's nothing I can do, right?
Yeah.
So I have to be the babysitter. So that means I'm in bondage, right?
Yeah.
But if I have my own, I have an option. So I think that we got to get people off the plantation, off the government plantation, and give them opportunity to be free, give them opportunity to grow, give them opportunity to have their own business, giving them opportunity to get a better education or even trade. You know, I mean, we just got to open the doors of opportunity and then find out where they weak at. So if they weak in reading, again, we got to help them with reading.
Yeah.
You know, if they weak in math, we got to help them with math. So whatever's hindering them. When I was transporting everybody to work, I took the number one thing that was hindering them from working. You know what that was?
What's that?
Transportation.
Yeah.
So I gave them transportation. So, those are the things we got to do. We got to find out what's hindering. And after we find out what's hindering, we got to offer it.
Got it. What about for making the neighborhoods more safer? Like, what's your plans for that? Like, all the neighborhoods.
Well, to make the neighborhood more safer, one of the things that we have to do is this. How you doing, sir? One of the things we have to do is this. Get more homeowners. Because when you get more homeowners, then they have a sense of ownership in the neighborhood, right? Right now, if you look at it, only 7% of all the blacks that lives in the city of Milwaukee own a house. Only 7%.
Only 7?
Only 7.
Wow.
So if we would open up the opportunity and move all of this other crap that they're doing, like first time home ownership, right? First time home ownership, what end up happening is you got to go through this whole long program drawn out before you can get there. And the only reason that you have to go through all of that is because of information, knowledge. People don't really know that there's things you can do to get stuff off your credit where you can own a house in 3 to 12 months by getting it off your credit, right? And so when we look at it on that sense, if we start to empower people, whether they're Latinos, blacks, whites, it doesn't matter, but we teach them and then allow them to own a home, they take pride in their home. And guess what they're going to do? They're going to take pride in their neighborhood. They're going to keep it clean. But when, like, if I had a house over there and they had all that garbage, because I'm a homeowner, guess what? I'm going to go over there and clean it up because I don't want my neighborhood looking bad. But if I'm just a renter, I don't care.
I don't care. Yeah.
It ain't mine. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we gotta give pride back, and the only way we give pride back is when we give ownership. How many times you had a car, but it was a putt-putt, as we call them, right?
Yeah.
And in that being that putt-putt, you didn't care if they ate in there or what. Then the moment you got a car that was worth something, that had value,
Nobody in there.
ain't nobody. Yeah, exactly. So that means it's worth. When you're renting, you don't feel that worth. But when you own, now you know the value of it. And this is why one of the things what we have to do to make it better.
Got you. What about the health care for the young people and the elderly?
Okay, well, healthcare I have no control over as mayor.
Okay.
But I do think that everybody, we need to do it. I think businesses need to offer better healthcare. State healthcare, I'm a little scary because with state healthcare, they determine whether you live or die. Because if you done lived your life and you old, they'll make you comfortable. And then there's some things that got to get done when it comes to healthcare, and I'll look at it from the other side. Okay,
Got it.
I have a friend of mine. He's a master herbalist. Okay, and one of the things that I would do with him, I would bring him into the city, and when I bring him into the city, is my wife still down there?
I think so. I think I see a red truck.
What I would do, I would bring him into the city. Hold on. I've been trying to catch you. Wait a minute, you went for, huh? Yeah. The social worker canceled my appointment. They told me that I could not come in. You trying to catch who? Shantae Hamilton? Here. Okay. So let me finish that. So what I'm planning on doing is bring him in because natural healing, herbs, right? Vitamins, certain vitamins, I want him to come in and teach those things, right? This man has a record of healing people from cancer, high blood pressure, diabetes, AIDS, he has the record, right? Using natural herbs, just like Dr. CB. So, you know, we got to give that information to our community so they can eat right.
Yep, definitely.
You know, so as mayor, I would do a lot of health fairs, but not just medicine, but natural healing as well.
Okay, gotcha.
So you got another one?
Yes, sir.
I know you do.
Sure do.
What you bargain for? And the mom is vicious probably too. What you bargain for? Look like little toys, don't they?
I swear.
Come on. That's the mama of these two?
What? What kind of dog are they?
She's a Yorkie. Yorkie mix. So he Pomeranian and Yorkie mix.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that 881 number. Oh, you remember when we started off walking?
Yeah.
And I showed you the transitional house for men?
Yeah.
And I told you about the woman next door that used to do all the cooking? This her.
Okay.
I'm not fat and out of shape, but I cook. Okay, it's Sean.
That's his. That's the old number.
I
His
know
work
we over
number.
here
That's the
walking
cell
through the
phone.
neighborhood.
I've been trying to get up there to see him.
They not letting you see him either?
I ain't been back up there. I've been kind of under the weather myself.
Uh-huh.
I've been over there trying to deal with this woman. She done came down with dementia. She's 93 years old. So I had to take a break.
Oh, wow.
So I've been laying back for the last 2 weeks.
I just saw Sting.
I ain't seen Frank.
Really?
You know, Fat, he done moved to Arizona.
I heard.
Well, they built him a house out there and everything.
So they got to lead a city to prosper. See what I'm talking about? Let me finish my interview. 414-676.
Okay.
0842. 0842.
What was the first three?
676.
Okay.
That's my number.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So she used to do all the cooking and baking.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
We need people like that, right?
Huh?
We need people.
We
like
need
that.
people like that are always willing to help. And see,
for
when
sure.
you love people and you help on people, they love and help on you. And then they go to somebody else and remember. Because like me, I remember Brother Bob giving me the key to the gym. So I didn't have to get in trouble. I can go play basketball. So we need that. We need those opportunities.
Let's see where we are. I think it's going off. What's your connection and love towards Milwaukee?
Let's see. Born and raised here. My connection and love to this city, I feel I have an obligation to my city to make it better. I think it's a shame that we are, what's the word I want to use? Pass the baton to the next generation in the condition that it's in. And so I am committed and dedicated to making it better. I'm committed and dedicated to be a blessing to people and giving them the same opportunities that I had. Because I don't think I would be where I'm at today if I didn't have those opportunities. And so for my love for this city and the people that lives in the city is I do not want it to die. I want this city to thrive. I want this city to be a place that we can be proud of. And then when it's time for me to go, I want to die empty. That means I want to give out all the knowledge and all the wisdom that God has put in me to other people. To pass it on.
That's great, man. This is my opinion. Just I feel like a mayor that we need right now is somebody who imagines like a future for Milwaukee, and not just somebody who's trying to bring just how the past was. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like somebody who's not really dwelling on how the past used to be and how to make it the same how it used to, but somebody who's thinking about a future that's maybe different from Milwaukee that can benefit us.
Yeah, but here's the thing and the beauty of it. In order to have that, you gotta have a pastor. You gotta have a mayor who know the past,
Yeah.
so you can have a future.
No, yeah, for sure.
But if you don't have that mayor that know the past, and you know what really comes with it, who you pointing at? Who you pointing at?
You.
Hey, how's it going?
Honey,
Listen,
still looks the same.
I'm running for mayor, and I'm gonna bring you a yard
I
sign.
know who is.
The-
Pastor King. He waving at you.
Where you at? What's up?
If he go to work,
Hey, I'm gonna bring you back a yard sign.
you do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring y'all a yard
Oh,
sign.
praise the Lord Jesus. You look.
Hey, I gotta try to stay
Oh, you
good.
look. Praise God. God sure got you.
We around.
Don't have me in tears. Go on.
No. We need you now because we walking through talking.
Oh my God.
I'm doing it.
Man, I'm real.
We doing an interview of me running for mayor,
Yeah.
and he's asking me questions and everything like that. So go ahead, ask her whatever you want.
What are something you think as a community, as people here, need from the mayor to change?
To change. Which I know everybody's saying the same thing. I hope they are. Less violence. Really good and handle be the real mayor of the city. We ain't got the real mayor. Be the real mayor of the city, and the real mayor is gonna be Mr. King here. Come on now, go for it. Come on now.
I'm running for it.
For real now, and you go get the votes.
I'm gonna get the votes.
Yes, you are, because I'm gonna put it out there like that.
All right.
Love it.
Come on now, and I'm not just playing. I'm 65 and I ain't got time to be lying. I'm gonna put you out there.
Go ahead. Hey, and we
Yeah.
ran into
Ooh,
Kathy, and
Yeah,
She said it before we even
I
said
told you. Everybody,
I'm
no.
the mother of the block.
Yes.
My block.
And Kathy was telling him about the jobs and all of that.
Yes.
Yeah. So
More jobs. Yes, more jobs. And try to get these youths together.
Yep.
Please try to get these youth together. At least have some kind of program to get these youth together, these young men and these young women. Put these young men, young ladies together and get more jobs so they can stay off the street. Praise
more
God.
programs.
More
Yes.
programs, yes. More
because we had all of the young people over here, all of them had jobs. When Kathy was talking about the jobs, we had them all.
yeah.
They
You
would
gave all of us jobs.
they would either go to
And buy season.
Walmart over there to get on the bus,
Yeah.
or they went to Burger King on 3rd and Locust to
Yeah.
get on the bus.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
So we transferred, and then we had people we picked up on Checkers parking lot on 35th and Burleigh, and then we had the bus that go straight down Sherman.
Yes,
That's
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So when I say we gave out 450 jobs, we literally gave out 450 jobs. Yes, in 1 year now. I'm not talking about all while I was doing it. I'm talking about 1 year, just 1 year.
What year was this?
Woo.
Oh.
2006, 7, something like that.
Mm.
Yeah, 2006, 7, 8, something like that.
Don't forget about bicycles, because you gave everybody a job for the bicycle.
And everybody, yeah, that too, and
Yes,
transportation.
Yes.
Look at it.
Let me go on up in here.
Go ahead.
Thank you for your time too.
No problem.
All right, talk to you
You
soon.
have a blessing too. Come on, give me up in that. that's my thing. I love to hug people.
Yes.
Have a blessing,
All right, be blessed.
blessed.
now. Keep on. Don't forget about my sign, okay?
I'll bring that back either today or tomorrow.
Okay, whatever you bring.
But make sure you tell everybody because we need them.
No, I am.
Okay.
I'm gonna push the issue.
And they got to vote November 20th.
Okay.
Okay.
So I have a blessing.
No. February 20th.
February 20th.
February 20th. I don't know why I said November. Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
See, not script.
Yeah, man.
Nobody
That's
knew
awesome.
we was coming this way. And this is what it's about.
And it's all been good.
And
for
it's
every
all
person.
been good. Yes.
They'll commenting good about you. They'll saying good things about you. So
Oh, somebody, I'm going to have to bring another sign. Somebody done stole the sign. But yeah, but this is it right here. You know, this is life. This is real life. This is what leadership's supposed to be. leadership should, before they even get in office, should have a reputation of helping the community.
Yeah.
You know, we got to, our biggest problem is that we are voting images and we're not voting character. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is our biggest problem. And so when you look at it, when you look at it from that standpoint, then you got to say, okay, why are we voting for you? You don't even believe in what we believe in. You ain't even done nothing to make anybody's life better. Now, I'll challenge the mayor and my other opponent to let's walk your neighborhoods to see if you get the same results. You know, if you're gonna get those same testimonies, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you know, like I said, this ain't script. This is not something that we put together and all of a sudden somebody coming outside for the first time. This is actually real life and what dealing with people is all about.
Yeah, this is live right now. We're not editing anything.
And we just decided to come walk the neighborhood yesterday.
Yeah, exactly.
So, you know, so this is something this is what it is. This is the type of mayor we need in the city of Milwaukee. Somebody that the people know, somebody that the mayor already helped and know that if he gets in office as mayor, we're going to have a better life.
And even better that you stick to your word.
Yes.
You're a person that gave me your word. You know, I'm going to hit you up later. You called me, everything like that. We talked, and now we're here.
Now we're here. It's about integrity.
Exactly.
If I'm going to say something, I'm going to do it.
Do you support the festivals that they have here in Milwaukee? What's your input on that?
When define festivals that I support, because
like let's say the Summerfest, Puerto Rican Fest.
Oh yeah, everybody culture needs to be celebrated, and I can't wait till how y'all doing? I can't wait till they bring back Afrofest. You know,
Afrofest,
because it's been gone for a long time.
When they took that out? How long, roughly?
Probably about 2000. I think 12, 14.
Oh, it's been a while then.
It's been a minute. And it used to be down at the lakefront like every other festival. And so every ethnic group should celebrate their culture, because that's part of your life, that's part of your inheritance. You need to know those things. And so what we have to look at and understand is this. Our kids need to know that. Our grandkids need to know that. You know, so, you know, like certain foods, you know, when you eat certain foods, you be like, okay, why are we eating that? You know, where did it come from? You know, like you got Puerto Rican rice, right?
Yep.
Where it come from? You know, why do y'all always eat Puerto Rican rice? They're like, they make the joke, black people always eating chicken, you know? But you know, I think that when we look at it from a culture standpoint. See, black culture is not guns, pants hanging off your butt, degrading our women. That's not black culture.
Definitely not.
You know, black culture is you got a father who's raising his children, who's honoring his queen honoring him, because she know he got to go out into the world and deal with all the mess. When he come home, he should feel special.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And so, you know, without knowing the culture or how we came, you know, this is Black History Month, but they're only teaching us and reminding us about the chain around our neck, but they're not telling you about the ones who didn't have the chain around their neck that was doing great things.
Yep.
You know, so I think that when we really look at it, we got to look at it for a lot of things. Like, a lot of people don't know Henry Highland Garnett or Winthrop Cheswell, you know, or Robert Brown Elliott. They don't know these guys. Mm-hmm. So some of our young people don't even know who Frederick Douglass is. So, you know, you stealing from us. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, I think with those celebrations, you get to know these things, right?
Yep.
Like what is it? Cinco de Mayo?
Yep.
They reminding the next generation and the next generation and the next generation, right?
Yep.
That, in other words, we don't never want you to forget that, right? Same thing we supposed to be doing. But if we don't have our festivals, then we can't do that.
Gotcha. Have you done any candidate events yet? Like planning like for the election? Like any events for the election itself?
Well, we did the meet and greet where I met you at.
Yep.
I did some events where I showed them what was going on with the public schools and how they are trying to indoctrinate our kids with sexuality at K4, K5 and first grade. I showed them certain books that's in our public schools that messing with our kids and stuff like that. So I did some of those events. All my events is always educational, always about information. You know, it's about me, but it's more about information. It's more about letting people know what's really going on in our society, because a lot of people don't know.
Now, for the mayor event, though, you only had the meet and greet?
We had the meet and greet. Let me think. We had a fundraiser. Gala at the Hilton Garden Inn.
Okay.
Park Place. We had meet and greets at libraries. You know, we took the library and we went in to meet with people at the library. And then I did small groups talking to let people know about my mayoralship.
Now, when we were talking about the other day, you mentioned something about Saturday. I don't know if you're still doing that.
We got to do it the following, because this Saturday I forgot. I got so hyped with you.
Okay.
I forgot what was on my calendar. But we are going to do an event for the young people where we're going to have their kind of music. You know, y'all can rap, dance, do whatever you want to do, and then we're going to sit down and have a listening session. I'm going to listen to you. You're going to listen to me. Then we're going to go back to partying.
And if you guys want to get in, you guys going to have to show that you voted or something like that. That's kind of what we're thinking about too.
We're going to do that, but that is, if we set that up, it's going to be probably after the primary.
Okay.
So then that way they don't have to show; they just have to come.
Got it.
You know, and we want all the young people. And the reason we're looking at the young people, because you guys are the future. You guys are the ones that are the ones that got to take over. So we want to show you how to. We want to give you the right information, so that way you can grow, you can learn, and you can teach your children. Okay? Because we don't want you around here ignorant, because you know, and people, when they say, what do you mean by ignorant? Ignorant means I don't have the information.
Yep.
That's all it means. So we want to make sure you got the information, but we want to make sure you got the right information. And so when you got the right information, we just empowered you. Because if you don't have it, knowledge will always govern ignorance. Always.
Now, I see that you have a podcast as well.
Oh, yes.
What's the name of your podcast?
Kingdom Citizens of Wisconsin.
Kingdom Citizens of Wisconsin.
Yes.
How long you been doing that for, the podcast?
Since 2020.
Okay.
2021.
For like the pandemic type stuff?
Yeah, after the pandemic.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't, during the pandemic, I never closed my church. We kept having service. I didn't believe in the social distancing masks. If you want to wear it, that's you. And then I took service to the state capitol every other Saturday. And we had service outside, and anybody in the state that wanted to come and was not afraid to hug one another, was not afraid to give God praise, we told them to come. Because at the same time they was doing the pandemic, they was rioting, they was marching, and there was never, when they was rioting and marching, there was never a spike in COVID. I don't know why. You know, but if you try to go to church, then they say the church caught COVID, it's a spike in COVID. But when they was rioting and burning down, there was none. So what did we do? We took church to the state capitol, and we had service, and guess what? There was no spike. So, you know, I always like to give people everything. I want them to know this side versus this side so they can make a decision. I don't believe government should make a decision for your life. I think we should give you the information and you make that decision for you and your family.
Now, what are things that you talk about within your podcast? Like some things that you...
I teach the Constitution, the United States Constitution. We teach the Wisconsin Constitution. We talk about the things that's going on in our city. We talk about church. I mean, we talk about everything. Everything in our podcast. And we even host a Saturday morning service on our podcast.
Okay. Now, where can I find that podcast?
You can find it on YouTube. It's called David D. King TV. You can find it on Apple, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Amazon Audible, and all the other small podcast platforms. And you can find it on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter as well.
Now, is that something that you do yourself with the podcast, or do you have like a team?
I do.
Podcast. You have a team?
And then I got a young lady, I call her the Constitutional Queen. And she comes on with me, and another young lady comes on, and we have conversation. We break down the Constitution so people can know their rights. Because I think that's the biggest thing. People don't understand their rights, so they'll go along with whatever. So it's time for us to know what's right and what's wrong.
Okay. Before I hit you with the last question, or not really a question, but just for you to express yourself before we end this.
Yes.
Who's the person that most motivates you when you're feeling down? You know, we all have the moments. Who's that person that tells you, man, you're David King, get yourself up and continue to do the great work that you've been doing for so long?
Ooh, well, my wife.
Your wife?
My wife, she reminds me who I am daily, even before I get down. She reminds me, oh my God, you are this, you that. I didn't realize how smart you really was. Hold on, let me tell her where we at.
Go ahead.
Babe, we on the corner of First and Burlock. Okay. You can come get us. Okay. So what I do is she encouraged me. But the biggest thing that encouraged me is the Word of God. The Word of God in Genesis chapter 12, verse 2, God says, I'll make thee a great nation. So I remind myself on the daily I'm great. No matter if it ain't about how much money I got in my pocket. It doesn't matter how much, no matter what I'm going through or the situation, I remind myself I'm great so I can get through it. So I have to remind myself on a daily basis. It also says, I'll make you a great nation. And then it goes on to say, I will bless you with abundant increase of favor. So let me know that I have the favor of God on me all the time. Then it says, I'll make your name famous and distinguished, and you shall be a blessing dispensing goods to others. So that motivates me. That's why these people that you talked to today, I was dispensing goods to them. And so those are the things. And then every time, now and then when I'm down, God sends somebody to say to me, I remember you. You the one who gave me my first job. You know, you helped change my life. Those are the best motivation.
Definitely. Now, just tell the people why they should vote for you real quick. Just a quick summary, just so they know.
All right, people, let's look at it this way. You have seen testimony of my work in the city of Milwaukee. If you want a mayor that loves the people, you want a mayor that's concerned about the people, if you want a mayor that's concerned about your safety, your prosperity, then vote David King. If you want to keep the same old and keep complaining, then vote the way you've been always voting. Einstein said it this way. Einstein says, if you keep doing the same thing and expecting a different result, that's insanity. We are not insane, ladies and gentlemen. Young people, old people, doesn't matter. Let's change our city by putting real people in those seats and hold me accountable. And there's one thing I can promise you, I will never sell your trust.
Well, for my man, David King, man, let's go. Rich TV, let's talk about a podcast, interview number 75. Have a great day, y'all.